In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the new DJI Fly App 1.16.4 that has changed something that was already built into the DJI Fly App, made it a lot more accessible, and ultimately I think you're going to find it very useful indeed. So let's get into it. Now this update covers iOS users, Android users, and of course those with screen controllers for the DJI Fly 1.16.4. So let's just get the DJI Flip up in the air then to demonstrate this new feature. So as we have flown out, 100 meters or so, what we're going to do is literally just tap our Smart Return to Home button on the left hand side of our screen. Now normally you just get two options, you get land or of course return to home, but now we have this option down here, which of course is update home point. Now what we can then do is tap that button. Now as you can see, we can set the home point as the drone itself, or we can set it to the controller, or we can actually scroll around this map to set the home point pretty much wherever we want. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're basically going to place the home point just right next to me, and then what we're going to do is just hit return to home, and then of course this drone is going to come all the way back to me. Now obviously I think that's a really nice feature there, and being able to do it, and it just makes more sense for it to be when you are actually pressing the return to home button. Now another scenario where this might come in useful is if you have taken off and you've gone for a little walk, or you're no longer at the home point, which of course was registered by the drone when it took off in that particular position. As you can see by indicated by the yellow H, that was where we actually took off from. However, sneaky, I've gone for a little bit of a walk. Hello, I'm actually now all the way over here. Now I want to update that home point so the drone can come back to me rather than going all the way back to where it first took off from. So again, all I'm going to do is hit that return to home button on the left hand side. I'm then going to hit update home point, and then what I'm going to do is just drag that dot on the map, but I'm not going to bring it all the way back to me. I'm just going to put it just to the side of me, just to demonstrate this in action, and the fact that you can make it land pretty much wherever you want. So with that now set, let's go ahead and hit that return to home button, and as you can see, the drone is going to rise to its predetermined return to home altitude as you set in the safety tab on the DJI Fly app. Once that's done, it's then going to make its way all the way back to us. It's just to the right of me, and it's landing exactly where we wanted it to. So an absolutely great feature. Now of course this feature isn't actually new. It has been on the DJI Fly app since its conception by going into the safety tab, but because the little bar is so slim, many of you might have missed it. Okay, obviously as you can see there, update home point manually, but of course this just puts it exactly where we need it to be when we are activating that's my return to home, and it just makes so much more sense, and overall a really nice feature update from DJI. So there we go, that was a nice little flight with the DJI Flip to show you this new return to home shortcut. Basically because, as I've already mentioned, this option was already on the DJI Fly app since its conception, but this just makes it a little bit easier to access, and of course it's exactly where you want it anyway when you're pressing that smart return to home. No other new features did I see on the DJI Fly app. Everything seems to be working exactly as it should. So of course do let me know what your thoughts are to this slight update in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again soon.